Hello and welcome back to the wonky fermented world. Today we're going to be bottling the botanical ale. We're going to open it up, we're going to do a hydrometer reading, and we're going to see whether the digital hydrometer is saying the same thing as the other hydrometer. It says that it's fermented down to about 5. God, these fruit flies, man. Even with a beer trap that's got loads of dead fruit flies in there, there's still loads on them. It's annoying. So we're going to open this up, but I'm going to take this out in case we need to put it back in for whatever reason. Smells good. Now, unfortunately, the power was turned off on my heat mat, and when I turned it back on, I think it's pre-programmed for like 30 degrees or something, so it shot it up to 30 degrees for about 12 hours. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's done anything bad to the beer, but it's been going for about, I'm not actually sure now, a bit longer than most, but it was still giving out bubbles, so I kind of just let it go a bit. We started on the 25th. It's now the 4th. So what's that? 10 days? I don't know. Let's get a glass to give it a taste. As you can see, I now have a microphone 2.0. I was out the other day on the other channel and I lost the dongle for it whilst trying to set it all up in the center of a field. So instead of going straight for the drink, I'll actually take a measurement. So yeah, it's probably about right. It said that it was down to 5, and that says it's down to 4, which means it's gone a lot further than I expected it to. So it's got a very SAISON-y flavour to it from the SAISON yeast. Not sure I can actually pick out much floweriness. Maybe there is a bit there. Maybe I'm not giving it its dues. Now, I need to make sure that this stays on because I haven't charged it. I've literally just taken it out of the box. Right, so yeah, we're going to get this bottled. So the lid can go back on. And we're going to get set up down here with the bottling equipment, which is a bottling wand, some sugar, and a hell of a lot of bottles. Right, so tidy this mess up from the wireless thing. It's got charger cables, different types of dongles. I'm not sure what these are, little furry bits. I did have that on the end of it to begin with, but it was kind of getting in my vision, so it was kind of like getting a bit annoying, to say the least. I'm not even sure what it's for. We don't need that. I'm going to attach the bottle wand, which is not that thing that I've just picked up, so I don't even know why I picked that up. We are going to pull. Now, normally I'd tip that back in, but I didn't sterilize it properly. I forgot to put it in the solution for 10 minutes. So I give it a quick dip, and I'm just going to drink that. But first, we need to pull through some of the gacky stuff until it runs clear. Yeah, that'll do. That's pretty clear. And we'll put that there for the new beer trap. It's a great way of getting rid of fruit flies. normally. It seems to just be attracting more now. But anyway, need a drips bucket. Always important. And gonna get this sucker bottled, which means we then have some room to brew another one. Now, I think the next one I'm going to do is a marmalade wheat beer. It's called Please Look After That Bear, or Please Look After That Beer is what it's going to be called. Like a play on words for Paddington Bear, because it's got marmalade in. Just thought it'd be a bit funny. Hopefully this one carbonates properly. I don't know if you've seen the short that I made. I opened one of the bottles of the EPA the other day with a friend, and it went absolutely everywhere. I'm talking, it was a geyser. So I recorded a short for it. If you go onto the channel, you'll be able to find it under shorts. Oh my god, I am not even exaggerating. It spurts up about that high. I'm not even exaggerating. It could even be higher, I don't know. And I've been burping them today as well, the other bottles, and yeah, it's not going too well. It burped so harsh as it came out. It actually misshapened some of the rubber bung parts of the lids, so that was a bit crap. But you know, such is life. We'll see if we can save it one way or another. If not, then that'd be that. At least we tried. But anyway, let's speed this up and get it done quick time. Okay, now what we do is we add a tiny bit of sugar to each one. I'm sorry if you've seen this before, but some people may not have done. They could be new to the channel or new to brewing. So, you know, I gotta go through the motions, and this wasn't dried properly. So the sugar's going to stick to it, which is no good. So I have to dry it, which again isn't good because tissue paper isn't sanitary, but I've got no other option. Although saying that, it was probably put into sanitizing solution last time, so it'll be all right. What's the worst that could happen? I'm going to do a couple of these, mainly the ones that don't have labels. I'm going to do them with half a teaspoon to see whether it gets a nicer beverage. A piece of glue from my daughter's glue gun. There is a couple, I know there is, that don't have the label on. There's one. So we'll switcheroo with that one. Just to see what the difference in the carbonation is. There's the other lot. And to see whether, because you see, I don't like things too fizzy. I'd much rather have them a little bit more mellow than too fizzy. So 1 level teaspoon into these. Actually, yep. For the carbonation of this one. Now, I'm worried that we're going to get a beer again that's not going to carbonate, but we're going to plod on. Hopefully it will. That's the only problem with doing it this Neanderthal way. Caveman brewing. It's the cheapest way to do it. You don't need no extra equipment, but you do come up against other problems. It's easier for mine to get contaminated whilst fermenting because it's not purged with CO2. You open mine up, start faffing around with it, and you are technically allowing oxygen in there. But I've never had a problem with a beer going off per se. I've had one that didn't taste amazing, and I think I put it down to the hops just being a little bit old, possibly. But I'm hoping this one carbonates because I've already got one that's way overly carbonated, and it's causing me a bit of a pickle, and I don't want to waste it. Right, these ones are going to have half a teaspoon. Got some more videos coming up. I've got some bottling, got 2 bottlings, which is the Acerglyn, which is a maple syrup mead, and the Hydromel. We're going to get bottling that because that one's finished as well. It tasted peculiar, but it was actually quite nice as well. It was very different to what I'm used to with the stronger meads. But yeah, all in all, it was good. I've also got to transfer the apple and orange mead into secondary. So we're going to cap these all off. I will speed this bit up. Normally I speed the other bit up, but I was chatting. Okay, so there you have it. I got 22 bottles out of that one. They'll be sitting in the kitchen for a week just to get the yeast activated and that sugar then fermented. Fingers crossed. Don't mess with me. I think this said it was going to be about 6%. That's not what I was aiming for. I was aiming for about 5.2-ish. That's what I had in my head anyway. But it fermented a little bit further down to 1.005 is what the digital said. 004 is what the analog one said. So I'm inclined to say that it's 004 because the digital one's okay, but there's less chance of the analog one being incorrect. It's obviously calibrated. The digital one would be calibrated to the analog one, of course. It goes without saying, but yeah. Yummy! It's got a load of crud at the bottom. But we'll get one of these labelled up. We'll make sure that we know that these 2 are the ones that have got the half carbonation, so that I'm not like, oh, it's bloody flat. But yeah, going to be keeping a close eye on these to see whether they carbonate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.